You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like big bitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 2nd and inches. Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Watson. Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here we go on 4th. Watson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Lance now on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Swift on the counter. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on fourth down. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And he gets his down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
2nd down and 4.
Ready?
They'll run right here with Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Lance on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Here we go. Here we go. Check.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On play action, Lance completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Okay, ready?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Ready?
Now Lance. After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for them. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the read.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 27 yards. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the round is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. Going for the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Lance now on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Watson looks to throw again. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before half for Lance. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Lance. Caught. It's Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready.
Swift going to try up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have right in front of you, if you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now a play fake. Lance sliding out of the pocket. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point made good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Faking the give. Now Watson. Going out wide. Finds Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Cooper, the man in motion right. To try again after the sack. Watson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On fourth down, Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Ready, quick.
Here's a handoff to Swift. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Patterson. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Cordell Patterson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Cooper will come in motion right. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.